Anger erupted on the streets of Dresden as thousands of protesters rallied against Germany's decision to send another $3 billion in military aid to Ukraine. Waving German flags and chanting slogans, demonstrators accused Berlin of dragging the country into a war that has nothing to do with them. The German parliament's budget committee approved the fresh aid package on Friday after months of political infighting within the coalition government of outgoing Chancellor Olaf Scholz. The decision came as Germany deepens its military support for Kyiv, despite mounting economic concerns and growing public opposition. The funds will be used to supply Ukraine with munitions, drones, armored vehicles, and air defense systems, reinforcing Germany's role as Kyiv's second-largest military backer after the United States. While Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed the aid, calling it crucial for Ukraine's defense, many Germans saw it as an unnecessary provocation. Protesters in Dresden condemned the government's decision, warning that Berlin's policies were fueling escalation with Russia at the expense of German taxpayers.
These politicians, these irresponsible, shameless liars, are dragging us into a war that we have nothing to do with. It was said that German tanks should never again roll east, and now weapons are being produced here and debts are being incurred in order to drag us into a war. And I tell you, it will come to the point where even our children will be sent into this war, and into a senseless proxy war that could have ended long ago. Every day that this war lasts longer, innocent people die. This must finally come to an end. We want to create peace without weapons.
Michael Brooke, a politician from the nationalist Free Saxons Party, rallied with the crowd, accusing the government of pursuing an escalation spiral that risks direct confrontation with Moscow.
New funds that the German government wants to supply to Ukraine have just been approved. It wants to supply more weapons. Germany, France, and the UK are committing the escalation spiral. They are seeking an escalation with Russia. And of course, there is a lot of resistance to this, like here today on the street with this huge protest. But we must be prepared for even more weapons to be delivered in the near future. It is a policy of escalation that the German government is pursuing here, and nobody knows where it will end. The German government, under Friedrich Merz, is seeking war with Russia, and we, citizens on the streets in Germany, must prevent this war, because we want friendship with Russia and peace with the Russian people.
The latest aid package comes on top of the $4 billion already allocated for Ukraine in Germany's 2025 budget. Between 2026 and 2029, Berlin has earmarked another $8.3 billion for Kyiv, further entrenching its long-term military commitments. Since Russia launched its full-scale invasion more than 3 years ago, Germany has provided around $28 billion in military aid to Ukraine. But as the war drags on, economic concerns and anti-war sentiment are fueling resistance among Germans who feel their government is prioritizing foreign conflicts over domestic needs.